Certified scores here. 95, 650. Okay.
Yeah, I know. That's my fault. Testing, testing. Hey guys, this is GGA Phil Pops from the Galloping Ghost Arcade, coming at you for the Battle of the Arcades tournament. Here we have a bunch of guys for Team GGA trying to set the highest scores that they can over the next 2 days. Right now, we have some pole position gameplay. Forgot to turn the camera up so you can see Fred Orks playing pole position. Red Skeleton?
Red Skeleton is his name. This is so cool. Just stay out of my way. Is this a game that's just going to be always changing?
Where's this thing?
You have to click on profiles, and then you have to change it to Fred the Heart
How?
by going down here and getting rid of the Ben Falls one and bringing up the Fred the Heart one. Perfect. All right, Fred the Heart. Go for another lap.
Fred Hart sporting his dress shirt and vest.
Go over and get rid of all this garbage on the sofa. Throw it in that corner over there.
You want me to? Suitcases. Also, the mic's on.
Who cares? When's the last time this was used to stream?
I second that, Peter.
17 people watching. Very good. If you guys are just joining us, we're streaming our Battle of the Arcades tournament. We have 12 members of our arcade team for the high scores this weekend. Competing in 11 different games. From, as you're watching right now, pole position, elevator action, Gravatar, Zaxxon, Frenzy, Donkey Kong 3. There's Mappy, Hubert, Millipede, Robotron, and I believe Super Pac-Man.
You can also turn into our simultaneous stream of Frenzy over on twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade 2. Matt Rocco is currently playing Frenzy right now, and you could watch that on stream as well.
So if you want to watch both at the same time or switch in between the two, we will have those going the whole day, as long as these guys are here playing. Also tomorrow, I believe until 6 p.m. tomorrow. So that's when the scores are finalized and the tournament ends. All the scores have to be in by the end of the day tomorrow at 6. Once again, guys, I'm GGA Phil Pops. We're watching Fred the Heart.
KI Weeklies are asking. KI Weeklies are currently in the works. Trying to get those going. Probably going to be on a Tuesday, but we just haven't.
I heard Sundays.
Matt Rocco just sitting 80-28 on Frenzy. No, go get the. What do you do? only sound would be me talking. What?
Hey everybody, this is Doc Mack from Galloping Ghost Arcade. Thanks for watching our Battle of the Arcade stream here today. It's going to be going all weekend. Got some really great players. We're up against some tough competition from Richie Knuckles and the Kencade. So it should be an interesting contest. We have Matt Walters playing pole position. This was most of the players from our arcade. We haven't. Most of them aren't heavy classic players. We have a few of our. A few of them are, but most of our guys prefer later shmups and fighting games and a lot of the action platform stuff. So they really worked hard to train for this and have been putting up some great scores in games that they haven't been playing for too long. So. Huge shout outs to Brandon Diaz and Phil Pops Diaz, who've helped with the stream so much and helped getting everything ready for today. Then Brandon, who made the harness so we're able to stream out directly from pole position, providing such a great picture quality for everybody to enjoy over the weekend. Oh, Matt Walters hits the sign.
Don't forget that you guys can tune into twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade 2, and that will be showing Jamie Tibbetts playing Frenzy right now. So if you want to watch some Frenzy action, we have our simultaneous stream of that going on twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade 2. So Matt Walters just setting a score here, 46,060. Currently we have Chris Teeter. He's over playing elevator action, or trying to. Fred DeHart with his Elvis glasses on. What else do we have? Brian Kita. He's playing. What's Brian playing? He's playing Zaxxon. And Peter Gores is playing Gravatar, old vector format. Awesome game. And James White's on Qbert. Ben Falls on Millipede. And Tim Vermillion playing Rally X. All right, so waiting for somebody to jump on pole position here, and it is not going to be Matt Walters. Who's it going to be?
He's stepping on you, Walters.
Here's some of our Team GGA competitors. All right, so we have a Fred Oaks Robotron score of
181,700 points. Everybody just trying to get scores in so that some data will start showing up on the board. Yeah, that would be awesome.
So here's some of the people that are here.
Room action.
All right, we have Matt Rocco joining on pole position. So here he goes. Crashing pretty early on there.
No, he's there. That's right, he is.
Chris Teeter gorillaing out on elevator action. He's feeling the frustration, he says. All right, so Matt Rocco doing pretty well here. Bobbing and weaving out of those cars.
Come on, give it to me. Give me a better score on this.
All right, so Matt Rocco with 35,510 on pole position. You take a picture of Matt Rocco's score? James White setting a score in Cubert. Let's see what it is. Waiting to find out what the Cubert score is here. So there's James White, who just set a score in Cubert. What's James's score in Cubert? James's Cubert score? What was it? Oh. Matt Rocco just got a pole position. 35,005. So we have Brian Kidda here again on pole position. Getting ready to go here. Brian Kidda, sorry about that. He's waiting for the restart. He says he wants to get at least 64,000. Then he'll be done. He's not going to need to get any more points than that. That's what he wants. Disgruntled Phil Pops. All right, so we're finally getting James White's Q*bert score in. Let's see what it is. Yeah. 124, 170. So 124,170 for James White on Q*bert. And here we go with pole position and Brian Kita. Says he wants to get 65,000. If you guys are just joining us, this is Battle of the Arcades going on at Galloping Ghost Arcade in Brookfield, Illinois. The largest arcade in the world. We have over 410 games right now. Trying to keep the arcade scene alive by just perpetuating tournaments and bringing the arcade scene to younger generations and keeping all the old classic games that everybody loves playable. All the new games too. We have a lot of console stuff and pinball machines, and it's just the place to be if you like playing video games. So you should come out here to Brookfield in Illinois and check us out. Some websites at the bottom of the screen there you might want to check out for more information on Battle of the Arcades or Galloping Ghost Arcade. Wow, that was a really good turn by Brian Kita right there. Just barely avoiding that sign. Not even trying to avoid those puddles, just driving right over them. Taking the outside of that turn. Arcade.com, place to go for scores of world records. If you want to keep track of your personal scores, you just come into the arcade, register at the front desk, and we'll set you up with a username of your choice, and you could log in and check your scores. We'll enter them for you. It doesn't even have to be world records. They could just be personal bests. We have a nice scoreboard set up right on our wall. It's a big 42-inch television. You could watch your scores, compare them against everybody else's. We also have a fundraiser going on right now for trying to help us expand. We're trying to add another 200 to 300 more arcade games by expanding into our next building. So if you want to help us out trying to raise money, you could go to gallopingghost.arcade.com/fundraiser and donate $1, $2, $5, anything you want is greatly appreciated. Every dollar helps. We're just trying to make this place the ultimate gaming utopia by adding 200 to 300 more arcade games. We're trying to add a big tournament room for more tournaments like these, more console tournaments. So we want to be able to have more fighting game tournaments and branch out into the other genres of console games like sports games or first-person shooters or racing games. We've run out of space here, and we just want to keep growing and growing because everybody loves us so much. It's just going to be completely spectacular when everything's done, and we've accomplished so much of our goals, you know. So head on over to gallopingghost.arcade.com/fundraiser and learn more about our fundraiser and what our goals are, and there's a donate button right there. You can donate on PayPal directly to us, or you could call in or you could stop by and put some money in our donation bin. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you donate over $2, you get to sign our donation wall. We have a wall up in front where people have signed everybody's signatures. There's so many signatures on there now I can't even count, but it's totally awesome. So that's Brian Kita setting 60,000 points there, 5,000 shy from what he wants. So I think he might need to, probably going to need to do a better qualifying time. I didn't get to see his first qualifying time, but we're going to have to check that out and see See what he needs to do different here, because he seems to be driving pretty well. I know he crashed a couple of times, but let's see how this goes. He's got a Robotron score coming in here for a Robotron score for Tim Vanderkolk of 199,750. So that was pretty good. Let's see here. Ryan Kita getting 14,000 on that qualifying run. Oh, almost gone off onto the grass there, but manages to save himself. Oh, perfect weave right through all those cars. Splitting the needle there, definitely. Oh, could not make that turn. Tried to go down on that a little too sharply. Barely missed the sign, then crashed into another vehicle. Says pole position hates him. Finishing that first lap, going for the extended play. Doing very well here. Passing cars, passing some more cars. All right, let's see. That's a pretty wide turn there. Some sharp turns coming up here pretty soon. There's a sharp, probably the sharpest turn right there. That's that one where that either you get caught on that sign on the inside or you get caught on that centipede sign on the outside. Pretty much. Oh, man, that is the third crash of this race so far. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He's just going to sit that one. He's going to hold off. So let's take a look at Brian Kidda's gamer profile here. He has 2 world records verified by Orcade.com. He has the Shinobi world record and the Shadow Dancer world record, both set here at the Galloping Ghost Arcade. He does like action and racing games. Not sure if pole position falls into his racing games that he does like, but I know I've seen him. He used to try to compete with me on Hydro Thunder, and he used to have a pretty good score in Cruisin' World, actually. He used to have the world record in that for quite some time, but then that was taken down. So here he goes back again at it. Qualifying lap. All right, here's, oh, crashes again. There's that centipede sign I was talking about before. This is a difficult racing game. We recently got Super Hang-On here at the arcade. It was very good conditions. A beautiful cabinet, original, dedicated, upright. And that game, I thought I was not going to like that game. I had Fred DeHart asking me if I was going to take the score in it, and I was like, no, that's not my style. But it's actually a really, really fun game. I actually set the local high score on it in here. Similar to pole position, but you have a turbo button and you're on motorcycles. And I thought it was just going to be not my style, but it turned out to be a really, really awesome game. Pole position, on the other hand, a little bit more difficult. The vehicles are wider. In Super Hang-On, when you crash, you don't explode. You just kind of get thrown off the road. So this one, a little bit more aggravating when you crash into another vehicle. Crash into a sign, definitely. All right. Trying to lower the volume there to make sure that we're not getting any peak out on that equalizer. Is that better? So if you're just joining us, this is Brandon from the Galloping Ghost Arcade. We're currently doing the Battle of the Arcades between ourselves, Galloping Ghost Arcade, Richie Knuckles Arcade, and Kencade. They're out playing their games right now, and sure they have a stream. I'm not sure what that stream URL is, but if you want to go check them out, just go to battleofthearcades.net, and you can check out the scores that everybody has set in. I'm not sure if that slate has been updated yet or not, but man, Brian Kidda crashing a lot over here. But yeah, you can check out the streams that we have going on there. We have another stream currently if you want to watch another game, but it has no commentary. Jamie Tibbetts is currently playing Frenzy, and that's on twitch.tv/GallopingGhostArcade2. So you can go tune into that over there. He's playing some Frenzy. He's been playing it for a while, so he might be doing really well. See what else we have going on here. Chris Teeter playing Robotron. We have Tim Vanderkalk, who just jumped on Millipede. Matt Rocco's playing some Qbert. Ben Falls is over on Zaxxon. James White's on Gravatar, the Vector Classic. And Peter Gore is on Elevator Action. Going at it pretty hard, which is pretty nice. All right, Brian Kidda still going at it. Persistence for Brian Kidda. Currently, Doc Mac is fixing the Super Pac-Man joystick because it's been worn out to the point of non-operational status. So we have to fix that joystick before we can use it in the tournament. Shadow. What happened? All right, so Brian Kidda has broken the steering. All right, let me go check that out. I'm not going under anything. All right, so is it good still? Yes, now it's good. All right, so I fixed the unfixable game known as pole position. What are you doing? I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Eat. Eat. Eat your skin and bones. All right. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe the game just decided that it didn't want to go for steering, but it's fixed. All right, so Brian Kidda preparing to qualify here. See what happens. All right, he is about to beat Chunk's score, and there it goes. Okay, he's successfully beaten Chunk's score from the Goonies right there. And he has completed on, so now he has more than doubled the score. And he needs to get 65,000 to satisfy himself. doing very well. 4th place is very good with a crash. All right, so Brian Keita there doing a little bit of getting pretty angry at himself. Not liking pole position. Crossing that finish line for extended play. Not happy. Not happy about it. It's yeah, it's on behind Donkey Kong. It's like this. It's on the cocktail table. The toolbox? Yeah. All right. Brian Keita crossing the finish line for another extended play. Ooh, right into that centipede sign. That guy in this game, that is the worst enemy, my worst enemy, that centipede sign. In Super Hang-On, when I was playing that Birdland, the Birdland sign was my least favorite thing. And they would crash into that quite often. I've not played pole position in a while. Brian Keita doing very good here, besides crashing into that centipede sign. Going on his way to 50,000 here. Oh, crashes. Could have avoided that. Probably should have went on the outside. Jamie Tibbetts looking on, watching. Man, crashes again. This is not a good run for him. Trying to avoid that puddle there. Going right through that one. Says, I don't care about puddle. Hydroplane all day. Nice threading the needle on that one. Only makes 49,000 while driving. Luckily, he has this good bonus. Let's see what this will get him. Well, he's not even going to be able to reach his high score so far, so he's just going to have to start over again. All right, so there's everybody so far. Right now we have Chris Teeter on Robotron. We have Tim Vanderkalk playing Millipede still. Matt Rocco on Mappy. Matt Walters on Donkey Kong 3. Peter Gores is now playing Frenzy. And pole position needs to be restarted. There's not a switch in front of pole position. You have to go behind it. You want me to go? I can do it. I don't care. Okay. So we're back. Brian Keita on pole position, doing his qualifying run. See, Chris Teeter just got a Robotron score. Chris Teeter, I guess? All right. Fred DeHart now on elevator action. Chris Teeter's Robotron score is 83,975. Just set by Chris Teeter. That's his high score so far, I believe. Now he is jumping on Donkey Kong 3. Completely different from Donkey Kong 1 and 2. Yeah. And Chris Teeter also has an elevator action score of 18,800. Setting that one. Donkey Kong 3 introducing not having Jumpman in it, but having Pump Man, as I call him, using a pesticide pump, shooting at bees and such, falling down while Donkey Kong's harmlessly trying to climb up some vines. Pump Man comes in and starts shooting him for no apparent reason. Very different game. A lot of people really shocked that they don't even know Donkey Kong 3 exists. And when they see it, they're like, what is this game? All right, Brian Keita taking a sabbatical on pole position. So now we have Jamie Tibbetts. Tibbetts. Jamie Tibbetts. Is this right? Is this right for Tibbetts? In the beginning? TTIBB? All right, so we have Jamie Tibbetts doing his qualifying run. Let's take a look at his gamer profile here. 4 world records, verified by Arcade. Aero Fighters 2. Blazing Star, Super Spy, and Zexax. Frequents the Underground Retrocade a lot. Does come over to Galloping Ghost Arcade frequently also. Does like these shmups or these shoot 'em ups. So looks like he qualified in 2nd place for his race run here. What's up with Robotron?
In one of the games, obviously, we have Robotron in the tournament. Our friends over at Paradise Arcade, Brian Armitage actually had just redone the Robotron sticks and has really, really nice, done to the exact specifications of the originals. And he has donated a set for here. He donated a set to Larry DeMar, who often frequents here, who worked on Robotron. And he's even donating a set should any of the players have a machine for their house. He's donating a set to them as well. So great show of support from Brian Armitage and Paradise Arcade out in Hawaii. We deal with them a lot. We get a lot of our parts from them, and huge thanks to them for everything that they do to allow us to help keep these games up and running. So back to the action.
So I got a fuel.
Jamie Tibbetts not liking that crash there. Not gonna make. Oh, barely makes it to that checkpoint. Looks like Jamie Tibbetts is probably going to have to make a 2nd run unless he doesn't crash at all. Barely threads that needle. Very good turn. Is he going to do it again? Very good. One more time. Awesome. So if he doesn't crash, he could have a pretty good score. Wow, very risky going onto that blind turn there, turning onto the grass. I definitely would not risk that. Something only you played this game a lot, then you know that you can do that, but very risky. Oh, barely avoiding that Atari sign, crashes into another car. Matt Walters setting a millipede score. Fred DeHart face palm about Robotron. Not satisfied. Let's check out the action going on out there. Matt Walters, big strutting around about his millipede score. Brian Keita seriously playing Rally X. And Peter Gore is taking a break. All right. So Jamie Tibbetts doing a little bit better than Brian Keita did on his last run. Let's see if he could beat Brian Keita's first run here. 60,000. Not able to do it, only 50,000. Brian Keita doing actually 61,000. High score for today, 62,700, set by Fred. Fred's middle name starts with an A. Your middle name starts with an A? It's Artemis?
Yes, Artemis.
Artemis. Fred Artemis DeHart. I thought it was Arthur, but Artemis is a funnier name. People's names that start with A, yeah, that's a lot of that going around. Very weird. All right, so Jamie Tibbetts back on his qualifying round here. Let's go back to his gamer profile. Favorite game, Strikers 1945 on the Neo Geo MVS system. We do have that here. Excellent, excellent shooter. Very different. Likes Donkey Kong 3. He was putting a good amount of time on Donkey Kong 3. I think he's just given up on this run. So he just kind of stopped playing that for now. So he's sitting right next to Zaxxon. He's watching Ben Falls play Zaxxon right now. He expects to do his best in Zaxxon as far as the tournament goes. So we'll have to see. Maybe he's getting distracted and he wants to jump on Zaxxon as soon as he can. But we'll have to see when he's going to be able to do that. Ben Falls getting up. He's getting up here. $160,300 for Ben Falls on Zaxxon. That's his first score of the day? That's the first score that he has entered of today. All right, so apparently if you want to watch some of the competition, you can go to twitch.tv/Kencade and go watch them compete against us in Battle of the Arcades. If you want to tune into some of the other action, if you want to watch Jamie Tibbetts not just crashing into signs, you can tune over to twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade 2, which is our sister channel. You can watch James White in all of his frenzying glory playing Frenzy. As he says, he likes to go berserk on Berserk, and he goes frenzy for frenzy. So if you want to check that action out, switch over to twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade 2. Goes on the bottom. Goes underneath that. Oh yeah. Maybe that's why the other ones suck. They're crazy. All right, so Jamie Tibbetts here. Some pole position. Everybody waiting around for Super Pac-Man to be playable. Jamie Tibbetts not having a blast with pole position here. was that? I don't know what that means. What is that? Some sort of communist? God bless you. Chris Teeter probably is the angriest man in this room right now. Rocco is a happy angry. Right, he is. Right. It's like the difference between angry drunk and happy drunk. This is Matt Rocco is happy angry, and Chris Teeter is just angry angry.
Storm out of this place before, man.
It's because he has places to be. All right, he's a busy man.
He just goes in his car and yells.
Matt Rocco,
Oh, what was that?
rage quitting out to his car. Not today, not in the tournament, but he has done that before. Yeah, swear jar for the fundraiser would be a good idea. Yeah, we would fully fund the expansion. That's a good idea for the fundraiser. All right. You regret doing that? Okay. Jamie Tibbetts dragging on time here on pole position. So this is what our other sister channel right now is streaming out at Galloping Ghosts 2 at twitch.tv. So if you want to check that out, there's currently James White on Frenzy. James White's serious face going on right now. If you want to check that out, it's twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade 2. Go there and see the other action. If you want some updates on everything that's going on, we have facebook.com/Galloping Ghost Arcade. Or you can go to gallopingghostarcade.com. There's a bevy of websites scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You can go check out for more information or just to become a fan. We do have a Twitter page now where you can go and catch up on the latest tweets. It's at Ghost Arcade at Twitter, so you can check those out. Currently have Jamie Tibbetts going for his high score in pole position, barely missing that sign. Passing a bunch of cars here, just going past the checkpoint. Should be his second checkpoint. Passing a large number of cars right before he goes around that turn. Good thing he passed all of them before that turn. Very, very easy turn. It's a light turn. Here comes the hardest turn. Barely misses that sign. Very, very good turn. Goes right through that apex of that turn. Excellent thread the needle. Onto the grass to avoid those cars. Very, very, very beautiful driving job by Jamie Tibbetts. Going on for his third checkpoint. Whoa, some evasive driving. And luckily there was no sign there for him to hit. Oh, devastating crash, but still has 50 seconds left on the clock, so he will be able to make it to his next checkpoint. Oh, crashes again. Should still be able to make it. He only has a few turns left before his next checkpoint. Going on the grass to avoid that car again. Weaving the traffic. More grass action. There he goes. This should be the last straightaway. Makes it with 2 seconds left. Excellent job. Finishes the race. Finishes the race with 53,000 points, not including any bonuses. You do get 50 points for passing each car, and you passed over 90 cars, I believe. So he is going to be doing, he's going to break 60,000, so pretty good. Still has not touched Brian Keita's, but 60,250 for Jamie Tibbetts. So Jamie Tibbetts has 60,250. Exactly. All right, so we have Matt Walters has jumped on pole position now. He was on pole position before, but I don't believe he has submitted a true score yet. If he has, it hasn't been a great one. So take a look at Matt Walters' gamer profile while he's doing his qualifying run. So Matt Walters is actually the 2013 Gamer of the Year at Galloping Ghost Arcade due to all of his phenomenal scoring and bringing people into the arcade and perpetuating all of the great things that we love about arcade gaming. He has brought it out to the masses with his scores and his articulation on his streams and being able to show people how to play any of the games that they want to learn to play. So he has earned the title of 2013 Galloping Ghost Arcade Gamer of the Year. Let's go see how he's doing in pole position. So he has, this is his first checkpoint. He already completed his qualifying round. Probably his first car crash. I have not noticed the second one, but still pretty good. He's going to make the checkpoint. Barely misses that sign. Not as honed on this as Jamie Tibbetts, I don't think. I think he's spent a little bit more time on some of the other games. I don't think he has played this. He has submitted some scores in this before when the pedal was actually busted. He would ask me to fix it all the time. So I know he has played this game before. He had played it extensively. He was trying to go for the world record. But not doing as well as I thought he'd be doing. So another crash. I think he's going to probably want to do some more runs after this one. I don't think this is going to be his one and done. He does have some skill. Third crash in a single lap. It's just, he's not happy with this. He is not happy. Especially with ending over there in his second lap. So, not a great score. There's everybody right now. James White on Frenzy down there at the bottom. You can see that's our sister channel, Galloping Ghost 2 at twitch.tv. So, let's go check that out. If you're joining us recently, this is Battle of the Arcades 2014. It's the first day. Tomorrow would be the second day, and the final day is tomorrow. Today we'll be running until 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock tonight. So you'll be able to catch all the action here at twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade. What? Go commentate on Frenzy. Hook up a mic. Huh? Eat. Eat. You're working today, right? Here's the other mic. Matt Walsh is here, finishing his qualifying run onto the race. Very, very dangerous move around that turn. Pretty good not crashing on that tight turn there. So, he'll easily make it to the checkpoint this run. Here comes the straightaway for the home stretch to the checkpoint. He'll have over 10 seconds. So he has 64 seconds coming out into his second lap. First turn, makes it around, and the second turn, getting some traffic here, makes it easily through. So it looks like, barring any horrific crashes, man, into that sign. How does he do that? Why? That's a tight one, but he could have slowed down. Not sure why that happened, but that did happen.
Again, thanks everybody for joining us for our Battle of the Arcade streams. Going to be streaming until 10 p.m. tonight. Don't forget our the other arcades that are also streaming. Ken Cade, you can check him out on Twitch TV/Ken Cade. And Richie Knuckles' team is at DanMan123456, also on Twitch. So definitely, if you want to check out what the competition is doing, switch over there. If you go to battleofthearcades.net, you can also have a multi-stream set up through there. We here have multi-streams going on at our other stream is at Galloping Ghost Arcade 2. So check that out as well if you want to check out James White playing Frenzy. Really have to say it's been amazing watching these guys practice over the last couple of months. Usually scores are very competitive, but these guys all really worked together and came together with strategies of how to play better and how to improve each other's scores. And it's such a great community here at the Galloping Ghost Arcade, and even though players are going for the same scores, they always seem to help each other out, and it's less about who has the score and more about what the highest score is. And really the ambassadors of the community, like Matt Walters and Matt Rocco and Fred DeHart and James White, Brian Keita, those guys have done so many things to help grow the community and the scoring community here at the arcade. So great to see that, and really we owe so much to them for making scoring so popular here at the arcade. And since we've opened, we've had 143 world records set here. First world record was set by Matt Rocco, which was on Halley's Comet. He did that in the first year that we were open, and it was ever since then. It's almost every week we have a new world record set here. Some games, they're newer games. They are not definitely score-chasing games in the arcades, like most recently Giga Wing and Dodonpachi 2, B-Storm. Games like those haven't had a really huge scores following on full arcade hardware, but these guys, because the scores are finally being tracked by Aurcade.com, we have people flying in from literally all over the world. We had, most recently, we had a bunch of guys in from Japan and a guy in from China who new score on Raystorm. We had 4 guys in from London. So it's been great having players coming in literally from all over the world to come and take interest in world records and high scoring. And we always appreciate that they make this the location. Again, it's always unfortunate. There's plenty of arcades out there. If you have an arcade in your area and they don't track scores on a regular basis, start talking to them. Tell them to get in touch with a high scoring house. There's a bunch of them out there. We use Aurcade. It's AURCADE. See if they can't get them into letting them submit scores as well. And it is a pretty rigorous process that Aurcade has. Other venues like Twin Galaxies. Twin Galaxies is a staple of high score chasing since its origin. They're currently not around, but hopefully they'll come back in some iteration or another. But arcade gaming and scoring, they go hand in hand. And again, I want to actually say thanks to George Lutz and Richie Knuckles and Ken House, like those guys who invited us to be a part of it. This is the first time we've been able to be a part of Battle of the Arcades. Normally, when Battle of the Arcades was going on in the past, we always had our Midwest Gaming Classic event that we were going to out in Brookfield, Wisconsin. We're out there hanging out every year with the Retroids guys, so it's nice to finally be a part of this, and it's been a lot of fun for our players. Hopefully it's been a lot of fun for their players, and we're only a few hours in, so it'll be definitely a very interesting event. These guys take the scores so seriously. Again, this is not they're stepping. These guys are literally, the majority of them are stepping out of their element to play games that they haven't played in a long time, and they're not their main focus here. Like guys like Fred DeHart, who he's been so heavy in the shooters lately, like Giga Wing and Mars Matrix, and you can see his world records. Can we pull up Fred DeHart's? Yeah, Fred DeHart, you can see his world records. He has 8 world records, so many of them in shooters. Aero Fighters 3, Mars Matrix, Giga Wing, Raiden Fighters 2, Super Space Fortress, Macross. He's one of those players. A lot of these guys have really evolved since they came in. Fred, he initially only played Donkey Kong. He's an incredible Donkey Kong player. Really started to branch out when we got Super Space Fortress, Macross. And now he just loves bullet hell shooters and shmups. And I know most recently he's continued to grow as a player. He recently took the world record in Breaker's Revenge, which has been hotly contested here. We've had David Lowe and Norbert Vale all going for scores in Breakers, so it's a very tough score taking Breaker's Revenge. So great to see Fred reaching back into the classic scene, and he's been doing great. Fred connected to the Donkey Kong community. I'm not sure how into the community he is. He's a really good player. He and Hans Kohlinger often play here. I know his aspirations is to one day get back into Donkey Kong full time and do something super impressive with the score. So see if he does it. Fred DeHart just putting up an elevator action score of 42,950. So we'll see how. And now he's on Donkey Kong 3.
So right now we have Chris Teeter on pole position. So it looks to be his first checkpoint. It's going in very well. Oh, makes a turn. Man, I'm really jinxing these people now. So if you're just tuning in, this is the Battle of the Arcades over at Galloping Ghost Arcade in Brookfield, Illinois. It's a competition between 3 arcades in the United States. Galloping Ghost Arcade, of course, and then at Richie Knuckles Arcade, and then also Kencade is competing in the tournament. You can go check out their Twitch channels if you want to watch some of their action. Or you can check out our sister channel, which currently has, looks like James White is still on Frenzy, going after the score. So you could check that out. That's twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade 2 if you want to check out that stream with Frenzy. Currently there's no commentary or sound on that one, unfortunately, but go watch some Frenzy. Graphics are just as cool over there, so if you want to check that out. Right now it looks like we have Fred Oaks on pole position. Fred Oaks currently has 1 world record in Stalker. That's verified by Orcade.com, our scoring house. Not have much other information on there other than that, but we can check them out on pole position. Yeah, there's if you look at the chat, you can see the 2 Twitch channels for our competitors. Spill. It looks like he's just going to run this one out. Not a good run for him, so. But we can check out all the other stuff that's going on in the room. James White on Frenzy. Vander Kolk is now playing Q-Birds. Jamie Tibbetts over on Millipede. Peter Gore is still on Robotron. A little frustrating for him. Chris Teeter putting on his jacket and hiking up his pants for some reason. There's Phil Pops right there in the middle. Tallest guy standing in the room right now. He's been taking down the scores and verifying with pictures of all the scores that have been taken down so far. If you want to keep up on the scores, you can check out our Twitter, which is actually at GGhostArcade. At Twitter, I am currently updating all of the scores. If you want to keep track of those, if you want to text a reference for all the scores that are going out, follow us on Twitter, or you could follow us on GallopingGhostArcade.com or Facebook.com/GallopingGhostArcade. We have a lot of things going on here at the arcade all the time. We're trying to run tournaments almost every weekend, if not every other weekend. Just constantly everything. Every Thursday night we have our battle series, Ghost Battle Series, that happens in Injustice, and we're going to be adding Killer Instinct soon to the weekly set of tournaments, so we will be having that going on fairly soon. We're also running a fundraiser right now to raise money and get help in our expansion, because we're 413 arcade games right now, and we have nowhere else to go, but we're the largest arcade in the world, and we want to keep growing and keep making this the place to go for arcade games and any video games that there are. So if you want to help us out just by donating $1 or $2, you can go to facebook.com/GallopingGhostArcade, and there's links on there. Or if you want to directly go to our website, it's GallopingGhostArcade.com/fundraiser, and you can donate through the website. There's a PayPal donate. Directly gives us your donation, or you can donate over the phone. You can call us up. Our phone number's on the website. Or any of those things. We do have a donation box up in front. You could just throw a couple dollars in, or your spare change, or whatever you have if you want to help us out, because we're really trying to make Galloping Ghost Arcade the gaming utopia for all things gaming, whether it be arcade games, newer arcade games, video games like home console games. We recently purchased a large number of classic systems that we're going to be having in our tournament rooms. So like the old Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, PlayStations, and Nintendo 64, any NES systems, Atari 2600. We have TurboGrafx. So those will all be playable. And hopefully if our expansion goes through and we get the next building, we're going to have a dedicated pinball area that's always open. We've actually been pretty fortunate with our donations so far. We've had a very generous donator donate $3,000 to us, and our first goal, which we are taking underway right after Midwest Gaming Classic, would be to bring the pinball machines over here into the the regular arcade area so that they could be playable all the time, because that is one of the biggest requests that we have, are that pinball machines be playable. And right now we're understaffed because we just don't have the manpower to keep pinball open all the time. So we're going to be bringing that over thanks to our generous donator. So that'll be happening soon. And with the other expansion, we're going to have the room to put 200, 300 more arcade games, and tournament room and sitting area and all that good stuff. So this will be the place to be if you want to play video games of any kind. Just come over here and hang out with your friends, or make some new friends, because I know everybody in this room right now 3 years ago did not know each other, and now they're all the best of friends, going to each other's weddings and hanging out all the time. So it's the best place in the world to make friends. So if you wanna help us out, GallopingGhostArcade.com/fundraiser. There's more information. There's pictures about the plans that we're having. There's incentives. If you donate so much money, you can get certain things, or you could just request anything you want. There's ones where you can donate some money and request a video game, the next video game we'll be having on the floor, or a pinball machine that we'll be getting, or a game for home console. Yeah, just $1, $2, $5, anything you want. That would be very, very helpful to us. So that's Fred Oaks setting his daily high score in pole position. 34810.
Idle. You ready for a score pretty soon, Phil? How about this guy?
So there's Fred Oaks with his first lap. Doing very well. Still has over 50 seconds, and he's going around his second turn. So hopefully he doesn't crash this one. And, takes the inside. Very nice between that car and that sign. And that was the hardest turn on the track. One of the tightest. This is a very long around turn, and ends up crashing there, so can't keep going. Will not make it to the finish line. But he does get a higher score of 35,640. So Matt Walters, you can see him over there playing Robotron. Currently, nobody is on Millipede, but we do have Peter Gores playing Rally X. James White still on Frenzy. Is Frenzy the 1 hour time limit game? Is that why he's just sitting on there? So he will have the 1 hour time limit. So he should be on there for a while still. Tim Vermillion playing Donkey Kong 3. Vander Kolk on Qbert still. Matt Rocco right now is playing Elevator Action. That is one of the games that he was most impressive on early on last year. When we put it up, he was playing it like crazy, and then could only get so far. And then we put a CRT monitor in it from the original because it did have an LCD monitor in it. So we put an original CRT monitor in a beautiful picture, and his score drastically increased. So he should be doing very well in Elevator Action.
Score.
All right, so Matt Rocco.
69,000.
Even? 60. So Matt Rocco getting 69,150 in Elevator Action. Fred Oaks still going on pole position. I think he's had enough. Looks like he might be, he's switching to Elevator Action now, so not sure who's going to be coming on here next. Nobody's on pole position. So if you want to go watch somebody else, you could watch our sister channel of twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade and check that out. Right now, we're going to be having Tim Vermillion come on to pole position here. Philip, fix that camera. So there's Tim Vermillion running out the clock on this run, waiting for pole position to start. Ben Falls is currently on Gravatar right now. We can go back and check out Tim Vermillion. He does like classics. His favorite game is Zookeeper. Unfortunately, we don't have Zookeeper right now at Galloping Ghost Arcade. We're looking for it, but everyone that we could find is just not working. So, it's hard. But has been playing a lot of Frenzy, and he expects to do very well in Frenzy in this competition. So we'll have to see how that goes. Once James White's off of that, we'll probably jump on and play for his hour. And then we'll have a really good score from Tim Vermillion on Frenzy. But right now, he's doing his qualifying run. There's Phil Pops over there waiting for some scores to come in. Matt Walters jumping off of Millipede. Probably had enough of that game for right now. So he's going to be taking it easy. Super Pac-Man is still being worked on, actually. Doc is putting the stick back together. Looks like it's almost ready. So he'll be putting that back in. Right now, Super Pac-Man doesn't have a control panel on it, so nobody's been playing it. But, yeah, Zookeeper's been hard to find. I don't, a working one is just, it's not out there, so we've been trying to get our hands on one. We don't emulate anything here at all, so we just, you have to have everything original, and if it's not original, it's not going to happen. So if it's one of those games that you'll never find, it just happens to be one of those games that you'll never find. Fortunately, we've been able to find some super rare games. Tanyo Kleiss recently donated Death Race to us, which we're currently working on. The game works flawlessly. Unfortunately, the player 2 controls are still having an issue with the optos that I've been trying to work on, and it hasn't been working. The control panel for Super Pac-Man has a button, and whereas the other Pac-Man games don't have a button. It's for when you are, I don't know what they call it, but you're like bigulated, Pac-Man bigulated. It becomes very large, and then he has a turbo, so you could press the button on. Pac-Man moves a lot faster, and you can burst through walls and such. So you need the buttons, and without them, it's not the same game. So we actually had to change the joysticks. He's putting scores in. So Matt Rocco just put in a millipede score of what? 830. We actually used to have a single button on Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, but they wanted a second button, so they wanted it on the left-hand side, because some people like playing Pac-Man with their right hand on the joystick. Some people like playing it with their left hand. I don't know. It's a personal preference, though, but, that's what they want. It makes it a lot easier for the people to play. That's the way that it was back in the day, so that's how they want it. That's how they want it. So Matt Rocco putting in a pretty good score on Millipede of 73,830. I guess, I don't know, the joystick preference, it's weird. Some people like the right hand, some people like the left hand. I don't know, it's weird. But right now we have Tim Vermillion on pole position. I guess he's just running the clock on this. So check out, there's James White down there, still playing Frenzy, running down his hour. Because that is one of the games where you have only an hour. You can only play for an hour because you can get a ridiculously high score, and you could just sit on it for the entire day if you wanted to, and nobody else would be able to have a chance to play. So you need to do that. Doc is over there testing out Super Pac-Man now, making sure that it's playable. Games get a lot of wear and tear over here. A lot of customers coming through, jamming down on the joysticks. Kids especially messing up. The joysticks are so old; they're rubber. It just dries out, dry rots, and just they don't have springs in them. They have rubber bellows in them, so they dry out, and you have to replace them. Sometimes you can't get replacement parts, so. I don't know. Jamie Tibbetts was complaining about it. He was saying that this was happening and that was happening, so he's testing it out right now too. There's a couple of kids in awe about what's going on here. So, yeah. Oh, yeah? That's cool. Did you guys ever watch this before? It's twitch.tv/GallopingGhostArcade. Oh, yeah. We have this streaming out, and on Thursdays, do you play Injustice? We have Injustice tournaments here every Thursday, so we have the streams going on. Galloping Ghost Arcade. Yeah. There you go. Cool. Yeah, that'd be all right. Awesome. Yeah, that's actually that guy over there. That's number 2. There's a first one too. Galloping Ghost Arcade. Yeah. We're trying. It's a competition, Battle of the Arcades. We're competing against 2 other arcades in different states. So. So we've joined Tim Vermillion on a crash right there. You know, we try to keep the arcade scene alive because, you know, as everybody else, you know, obviously everybody else is going to get older and they're not going to be around to play arcade games for very long. So, you know, if you don't teach the kids about arcade games and to enjoy them, nobody's going to be, you know, nobody's going to be around to play them, and they're just going to die off. So, got to keep the scene alive, and that's what we're all about over here, and that's what our expansion's about too. So, you know, that's why you know, we want to keep all of these games playable, and you know, you could play MAME or you can emulate them or do whatever you want like that, but it doesn't beat coming to the actual arcade where there's 400 arcades in one room and everybody's playing them, and you're right there competing against your friend, and just that kind of atmosphere can't be matched with online or anything like that. You just can't match it anywhere. Everybody dies. It's inevitable, unfortunately. Has to happen. Unfortunately. But keep it alive, keep the legacy alive. So what? What's wrong with it? Alright, just reset it. I don't care about it. It's on the back. On the bottom.
Okay, guys, Phil Pops here. Just fixing pole position right now. Remember when I'm the stream guy? Remember when I'm the stream guy?
Streaming in like 2 months. Yeah, I remember.
And you have?
I set all this up. I
So?
think if I feel like streaming.
Look, this guy's like, Phil Pops is here. That's great.
Nobody said that.
Everybody's happy to see me.
Sit down and stream with me.
Ah.
Alright, got it.
No one wants your ice cream social stuff.
Ice cream social. All right. Yeah, the kids don't know what the jazz is all about. With their bipping and their bopping. Do you get that reference? No. This one's a great jazz musician. Oh, they all are. See? Yeah, Ben is currently doing Gravatar. So yeah, he's running out his clock on Gravatar right now. Now we have Jamie Tibbetts back behind the wheel. It's, you know, we probably could. Let me go see if we can get some Gravatar action right now, because that is an awesome game, and a lot of people don't get to see it. So let me go check that out.
Great score from Peter Gores in Rally X. He got 82,170 points, which is a new house high here at GGA. Pete. Tim Vermillion actually starting a hour-long Frenzy Marathon run here. Let's see what he does. He's an incredible Frenzy player. So those on channel 2 of our stream will be seeing a great Frenzy score going up. Go Pop. Huh? 158.905. What was Walter's score that he put up? Was he playing Donkey Kong?
Before, yeah, he got.
226,200. And that was Donkey Kong 3. What was the one before that? The picture before that?
This is the same from Donkey Kong.
Okay, what was the one before that? That was the one you took over there.
Right.
And you set the camera down here. Yep.
And then Brian Kidda's Mappy Sword.
I got that one. Get White's. So Tim Vanderkolk putting up 158,905 points in Cubert. James White's Millipede.
$1238.93.
And then Kita had, he did Robotron.
Yeah. 930.75. Did you do something this where the autofocus when you hold it down?
Do you like the autofocus on?
Yeah, well,
I
like
put
when you
manual.
hold this down, it'll focus for you.
Yeah, I don't like doing that. I do manual. You can shift it over here. Just put it on AF or NF.
Because it won't focus as fast. And then Matt Rocco's Pac-Man.
1 second. Bucks.
48.50.
Yeah, on Frenzy, the free life happens at 15,000.
Gravatar, 303. Beautiful. That's just showing off right there.
What's that?
146. 303, 800.
800. What score and who is playing? Gravatar?
Paul's playing Gravatar. 303, 800.
Great Gravatar score. 303, 800 for Ben Falls.
Brian Kitto's Robotron, 146, 575.
Yeah, buddy. Did anyone get that score? The Gravatar score?
303? Yeah, I got it. It's awesome. Brian Kidda putting up a great update to his Robotron score with 146,575.
Can you change the name for
Huh?
change the Jamie Tibbetts name?
This Ethernet cable into that switch that's over there.
I got to stage 6. You guys have the one with the fast breaks?
Is that a third channel going up? So we have a third stream channel going up. What's it going under? If you tune into Galloping Ghost Fighters on Twitch, in a couple minutes we should have a third stream channel going up. So again, our stream channels are Galloping Ghost Arcade, Galloping Ghost Arcade 2, and Galloping Ghost Fighters. Hope everybody is enjoying the action so far. Eventually we'll switch the cameras around, get some other game action going on. A lot of great games in the tournament. Millipede, Robotron, Super Pac-Man, Cubert, Mappy, Frenzy, Donkey Kong 3, Elevator Action, Pole Position, Gravatar, and Zaxxon. Yeah, and really have to give a shout out to the guys in this tournament. Our guys have been practicing, and it's a series of games that a lot of our players aren't used to playing here. guys like Fred DeHart, Matt Rocco, Peter Gores, Matt Walters. They're more geared towards the shmups games. So it's great that the guys are confident enough to step out of their element, get some time on these on the classic games, and it's great being a part of a community that with guys from the Kencade and Richie Knuckles doing events like this. It's been a lot of fun, and giving our guys chance to play something that they wouldn't have normally played for the past couple of months. So huge shout out to those guys. In addition to our crew of regulars, our regulars here are Matt Walters, Peter Gords, Fred DeHart, Chris Teeter, James White. And I think I'm missing somebody, but we've been joined by a couple of guys from the Underground Retrocade, great arcade, run by Scott Lambert. Jamie Tibbetts, Tim Vanderkolk, and Tim Vermillion, who normally play over there. They've headed out here. And then our occasional visitors, Ben Falls and Fred Oakes, who have joined us. Some just incredible players in classic games. So we really appreciate them making the trip out and playing for our team. We're honored to have them aboard. And no score is safe when those guys are out and about. We see, again, Ben Falls putting up a great Gravatar score. Ben playing Rally X right now, so. A few hours in, a lot of great action going on, a lot more great action to come. We got Fred Oakes just playing some elevator action. He just put up new score. Fred Oakes putting up 63,750 points in elevator action. Congrats to him. So Fred putting 25,000 more of a better score. Again, the score is 63,750. Great improvement. Fred DeHart putting up a Zaxxon score. Let's see what he's got. What is it? 140 even? So Fred DeHart putting up 140,000 on Zaxxon. Spending the phone bill money on a second internet connection. We'd spent that phone bill money on a second internet connection.
We have a second internet connection.
A third internet connection. Huh?
It just doesn't work.
We could have just had a satellite that just beams out infinite amounts of streams.
We just need a faster internet. How often do we stream out 3 streams?
I'm hoping it'll be a lot more regular. We have to have the mock-up for that this week.
We have to.
Yeah. Terry's ready to start designing. Harry.
Bleh. Okay, so unfortunately we couldn't get the third stream going, so we don't have enough bandwidth, I guess. I don't know. That computer sucks anyways. It's all set up. It looks really good. It's just not streaming out. So, we're not going to be able to do that. This is Brian Kita. Brian Kita has he's been doing really, really well in pole position. He got 61,000 earlier today, and his goal is over 65,000. He wants to set a new personal best for himself of over 65,000. So he says he'll be good with 65,000 today. Fortunately, he crashed. So 65,000 is a pretty good run. And he crashes again. He's not going to be able to do it on this run. But hopefully he'll be able to do it on a different one. So let's just see what's going on in the room elsewhere. Right now we have Matt Walters on Super Pack. We have Ben Falls playing Robotron. Peter Gores on Millipede. Matt Rocco's on Qbert. Jamie Tibbetts is playing Mouse Cop, Mappy. James White on Donkey Kong 3. Tim Vermillion, who you can see down at the bottom there, he's playing Frenzy. Fred Ox is playing Gravatar. And Fred DeHart was playing Zaxxon, but has given up now and he doesn't want to do that. So he's just watching Tim Vermillion now. And Brian Kita, of course, on pole position. And we have Tim Vanderkolk on elevator action. All right, so Tim Vermillion getting 37,000 in Frenzy, but he only played for 3 minutes, he said? Oh. So now does he start with 20 minutes less next time? Or he gets to reset? Okay, so every time you get 1 hour. I see. So if you want to check out Frenzy, the next person who's getting on Frenzy, head over to twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade 2, our sister channel, and you can watch whoever's going to be on Frenzy next. Right now you're watching Battle of the Arcades at Galloping Ghost Arcade. Brian Kita is playing pole position. This is Brandon Diaz commentating. If you want to get some more information or keep up with the scores, you can follow our Twitter feed. At Twitter, it is GGhostArcade. right, so he's going to go over 50,000 while still driving here, and this is the straightaway. And he makes it with 1 second left with 51,000. So Matt Walters getting a Super Pac-Man score of 88,600. Brian Keita not satisfied with that score, so he's just going to let the clock run out. Matt Walters is now playing Frenzy. Check out twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade 2 to watch Frenzy. There's Phil Pops turning in some of the scores that have been collected around. He's been taking pictures to verify all of them. Right now we have Fred DeHart questioning Phil. And he's playing Rally X. Brian Keita not liking his 12,000 point score. So Brian Keita not satisfied with pole position, not satisfied with how he's performing, but did say before that this would be his favorite game in the tournament, and he's expecting to do his best in pole position, so we'll have to see how that turns out. The game needs to be reset because the steering stopped working for whatever reason. I don't know why, but so we're going to reset that, and the game will be moving on forward. Let's look at some of the other guys we have here today. We have Peter Gores, who has 4 world records. He has world records in Gradius 2, Haunted Castle, Megaforce, and Metal Slug X. When Peter Gores first started coming in, his first game was Haunted Castle. Nobody really knew who he was. He was just kind of some guy who came in, and he just started setting ridiculous scores in Haunted Castle. And we streamed him out numerous times, show off his skill and how well he was doing. And then eventually he just became a regular here, and now he's a year member. And so he's been coming here pretty much as possible. He comes here almost every day, every night, and he's really lucky to have him on Team Galloping Ghost for the Battle of the Arcades. He is really, really good at the pattern type games, where like shooters and like Rally X is a very pattern based game. So he's expected to do best in Rally X, although unfortunately it's not in the tournament. He really, really does like Star Wars, the old Atari Vector Star Wars, which is an awesome game. He was playing that game all the time. We've streamed him out a few times in Star Wars, and it's just really, really fun game for him. So Brian Keita, 4,000 bonus points qualifier there. qualifying in first place. So here's his first lap on the second turn and the third turn. And then this is the tightest turn. Not able to make that turn without crashing, unfortunately. He's swearing up a storm. If you're just joining us, this is Battle of the Arcades at Galloping Ghost Arcade. We're currently in competition with two other arcades in the United States, Kencade and Richie Knuckles Arcade. They're out at their arcades right now setting scores with their team. You can check out their streams at Kencade at Twitch, and then also some other URL that I don't remember. Let's see, where is the URL? DanMan123456 at Twitch. So you can check those out if you want to watch the competition. Oh, did not cross the finish line. He's not happy about that. He's not. Yeah. He's going at it again, though. Nothing's going to stop him. So as you can see in that racetrack, you can look at the actual track there, and you can see the hardest turn, which is that fourth turn, being that hairpin turn. Being the most difficult turn. He's had trouble with that the last few times he's played. So there it is. Makes it very, very nicely. Going around the big curve here. After this, he'll be down to the home stretch to the finish line. Probably qualifying in first place because he is doing so well right now. And you never crash on the home stretch. You'd be crazy to crash. So, yep, he's gotten pole position, making him in first place for qualifying. And there you go. First lap. If you want to keep up with all the scores, you can go to battleofthearcades.net. Check out all the other games that are in the competition and keep track of all the scores of your favorite players, like Brian Keita. See all the scores he's put in other games. The games that are going on right now, Super Pac-Man, Robotron, Millipede, Cubert, Mappy, Donkey Kong 3, Frenzy, Gravatar, Zaxxon, Pole Position, and Elevator Action. We are streaming out Pole Position on this channel and Frenzy on twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade. 2. Sorry.